We receive at the level we believe. You can have it if you believe that you're worthy of it. God promised to give us the desire of our hearts. However, to have it, you must have a desire. So the first thing that you need in order to have your desire is to have a desire. Sometimes we're afraid to hope because we do not have a desire. If you look at it in a natural sense, we do things out of purpose. So if you're going to the supermarket, you prepare that list of things, you're going to the supermarket to pick up these things. That's why you're going to the supermarket, right? You're going to the car wash because you want to have your car washed. That's why you're doing these things in the natural. Yet in the spiritual, we don't do those things. We do not have a desire. And so you do things, or you go into church without that expectation. Where is your supermarket list for church? Where's your supermarket list when you're going to God? What are the things that you desire? And the catch-22 is making sense of, let your will be done, Lord. And these are my desires. That's the catch-22. Which of the two processes are you going to be following? Because if you say, Lord, let your will be done in my life, you are allowing God to do his will in your life. Let your will be done in my life. And at the same time, we're being asked to give having the desire of our heart. So how do you match the two? You know that God's will has been done in your life when you have a desire. So putting forward that desire, the desire of your heart, what it is that you believe, what it is that you want for God, and then you say, Lord, I'm doing that which you've asked me to do. Let your will be done. But I find that persons are afraid to hope or afraid to go to God with a supermarket list because they want God to do his will in their life. No, you can't know if I've done my will in your life if you had nothing that you were hoping for. So you can't be a blank slate and then say, let my will be done. Because if my will is done, you will not know if my will has been done because you do not have something that you're hoping for. So we have to be mindful of that. We must be mindful of that. And oftentimes we are afraid to hope because we do not want to be disappointed. You see, when you hope, the possibility exists that you will be disappointed because you're hoping for something which is, in my mind, you are either not ready for, it is not the best thing for you, and so you are there hoping for it. But in order for my will to be done in your life, I must delay that which you are hoping for. And if I delay it too often, if I say no too often because you have not gotten the desire, that your desire, you may stop hoping. And persons fail to hope because they do not want to be disappointed. But when we match disappointment and we look at it in the negative concept, what we're doing is this. We're saying disappointment is considered as being pain, so I'm not going to hope for anything. But in a positive light, disappointment is retooling. It's the retooling of your abilities. It's the retooling of your skills. That's what disappointment is. It's retooling. It's saying to you, you are not there yet. What you are wishing for, what you're hoping for, is not the best thing for you. You see, we see in part. We expect in part. And so, when the author, the finisher of all things, which knows the beginning from the end, look at the desire or expectation, he may say, no, you do not know what's coming down the road. And this is why you're hoping for this now. If I give this to you, next year when your situation change, this will not be the desire of your heart. So this will not be the desire of your heart. And so I cannot give it to you. It is there now because you're only seeing in part. And you're expecting this in part. But if I give this to you now, it will not be what you want a year from now. So disappointment should be seen in its right context, in the context of retooling, in the context of overhauling of our skills. When we don't get that which we desire, what we should think of is, how can this build me? So first, in order to understand the principle, we must first have a desire. We must first have a desire, have a list of things. But I mean, if we're looking at the natural and the spiritual, let's match them up. Sometimes you go to the supermarket and you have a desire, you have a long list of things that you want, and you walk into the supermarket with them, and you walk through and you walk through and you walk through, and you know the particular item that you're going to purchase should be here, but it's not. Why is it not there? The supermarket ran out of it. That could be one possibility. Or you failed to pick it up. It's an oversight on your list. When you got home, you're like, oh, it's a good thing I did not see that, because see, I have 2 or 3 in the cupboard that I forgot. It's on your list, but it's not really something that you need. And it's the very same thing with God. The desires of our heart are only given to us if they are in line with the will of God. So this morning, let's prayerfully ensure that the desires of our heart matches the will of God, because God will give us the desires of our heart if they are in keeping with His will for our lives. Be blessed.